I love it when weeks start out with new and interesting leaks and tidbits about Xbox games. This is something that I think everybody is going to be very interested in. Obviously, Microsoft has a ton of stuff coming out. When you have Game Pass, you obviously have to have a ton of games, a ton of content just ready to go pretty much at all times. And that seems to be exactly where we're at with Xbox right this instant, as Microsoft really seems to be kind of on the level with what fans are kind of demanding, and that's a great thing to see just as a Xbox gamer myself. So when you look at this and you look and go, okay, well, what games are getting developed and who's developing what, I thought this was pretty cool to see. Really kind of lets us know where Microsoft's head's at. So Shapeshifter Games, you guys might not have heard that, but I'm sure you know some of the developers that are co-developing an Xbox Game Studios project. If you didn't know who Shapeshifter Games is, well, guess what? They're founded by veterans from the Saints Row studio, Volition. So Volition, as you guys know, was closed down earlier, and they've done some really cool stuff in the past, and obviously now we see that they're helping Xbox develop something. Xbox has a lot of projects in the pipeline, no doubt, like I said, with Game Pass being all the rage and something that they are actively trying to push. All sorts of developers are involved. With this in mind, it's been discovered that the newly formed studio Shapeshifter Games is currently co-developing an Xbox Game Studios project. Shapeshifter Games, located in Illinois, has been founded by veteran developers from Saints Row studio Volition and created to partner with world-class developers and publishers for the creation of AAA games. Information about its first project comes from a LinkedIn profile of a lighting artist named Andrew Nelson, who has been involved in the Xbox Game Studios project since November of last year. On Shapeshifting Games' official website, it mentions how the team draws upon deep experience in open world and character design action games while also working on some of the industry's most beloved franchises. Its history is comprised of core technology group and a creative leadership at Volition, with the team currently recruiting talented developers, including a lead engineer, to help build towards a future. This development follows the closure of Volition last September after the Saints Row game failed to meet Embracer Group's expectations, and throughout its history, the studio also worked on games like Red Faction and the original Saints Row series. Now, the original Saints Row series were amazing. I liked the original 4 Saints Row games. Now, I liked 4 the best, and you might go, oh, well, wasn't that the wacky one that jumped the shark? Yeah, I mean, it jumped the shark, but no other game has really kind of drawn me in like that right away. That first level is just crazy with like the rocket and jumping on the side and the music and all that kind of stuff. So it was really a fun game. They really seemed to grasp it. I wasn't a fan of the reboot of the series, but, again, I think at some point you either want to try something new or do something new, right? So I think that that's probably where some of this stuff kind of came into play. And, at the end of the day, I think Volition does a good job, and they're really good at knowing what's going on. So while I think that the new Saints Row game isn't great, I also think that it's a game that is, I think technically sound at least. So even though there were some issues and stuff like that with the game, from different standpoints, why people didn't like it, I don't think they resonate with the characters. People like Johnny Gat and the group that was in that series. So for me, that's sort of where I look at this and I go, yeah, that's definitely where I think Xbox is really smart. And then if you look at other partnerships that Microsoft has, I really find it to be interesting where Microsoft is trying to do like a lot of these partnerships with known developers, right? So if you look at what's happening with the Fable game, it looks like the team that used to be Montreal for Square Enix, and they were the ones that did the amazing Guardians of the Galaxy games. One of my favorite games, by the way. Rarely will a game be so good to me that I want to play it and then play it again on another platform, right? So if you didn't know, yeah, I played it first on Xbox, loved it, and then played it and got it on PlayStation 5 as well. So yeah, and I probably wouldn't even mind going back and playing like PlayStation 4 or Xbox One versions of that game. But yeah, that game is so good. So they're help co-developing Fable apparently with Playground Games. I think that's a great partnership right there. They know RPGs. So I'm sure that they've been a lot of help with that. And then when you look at what's going on with Perfect Dark and you have Crystal Dynamics there, they know how to reboot games and how to do great things like that. So I think that is absolutely fantastic to see that kind of work that's been coming out there. And, listen, at the end of the day, Microsoft is going to have to continue to kind of crank out great content and content that really drives people, and I feel like that's what they're doing with their current lineup of games and the games that are kind of expected to come out in the near-term future. So we'll see what happens, I think, long-term. Listen, at the end of the day, Microsoft, it's on them totally to go out there and make sure that we have stuff to play and that gamers are content. We never know what's going to happen, publicly or whatever, in terms of kind of what's going on for a lot of things. Again, even games that have come out in the future and things like that, like, who knows, we were expecting a new Deus Ex from Eidos Montreal. That was canceled and the staff laid off. So all the stuff that's going on, Microsoft laid off staff, everybody's laying off staff. Like, we never know what's going on. It always seems like, to me anyway, like video games are going to, it's like, oh, video games overtake this, and they're making more than TV and movies and music combined, but then video games still isn't doing good enough to support all the people that are out there, trying to make a living from it. Thousands and thousands of people lose their jobs, it seems like. So, we'll see what happens. I don't know. But I'm excited for the future. We'll see. I could be at the end of the rope when it comes to video games. I could be just getting started. I don't know. It's almost like I'm a bipolar gamer or something, because, sometimes you just feel like, well, gaming is passing me by because I'm too old, and I don't like the changes that have been happening to gaming. And then there's other times where you just feel invigorated and excited about the future. Like, you play something good. Like right now, I'm playing Assassin's Creed Mirage. Wow, is that a blast from the past and such a good game, right? So I'm enjoying games, and then I think it really kind of comes down to the games themselves, and that is the part that, really kind of means the most to gamers. If they've got some great stuff there, I think people will stick around. I guess we'll see. Xbox is dead one week, alive the next, so we'll see. It should be an interesting, I think, upcoming few weeks, though, for gamers everywhere. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I'm the Crap Gamer. This has been Crap Gamer Reviews. If you enjoy my content, please leave a like on the video. It definitely means a lot to me. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up. As always, Crap Gamer 'em up. You guys know what to do. Crap Gamer, out.